Sup gamers, Rainy Potato here with the latest update for Darkest Dungeon 2, the Chirurgeon's table update. This is the first post 1.0 update for content, and it's a big one, so let's go ahead and get through these patch notes. Obviously a new location, 2 new mini-bosses, 6 new champions, overhauled Torch and Infernal Flames, and this also has Steam Deck and gamepad support, which people have been pretty mad about not having at launch, so this is now available for you guys. The Collector is back. Obviously, one of the most infamous mini-bosses in Darkest Dungeon 1 is now back in Darkest Dungeon 2. Very, very similar mechanics to in Darkest Dungeon 1. It's a road fight. It replaces a road fight. It will only attack you. Unlike in Darkest Dungeon 1, it would attack you if your inventory was too full. Basically, in Darkest Dungeon 2, if you have a trophy, the Collector will now hunt you. I don't know what the chance is to get this battle, but it also brings back the head trinkets, the special head trinkets, as a reward for defeating the Collector, so look out for that. Then, of course, we have the Gaunt Chirugeon. This was the Make-A-Wish mini-boss designed. This enemy has its own location, so it's a whole new fresh node, similar to the Creature Den, with unique rewards, can appear in any region. The new champions, which of course are similar to, Her Ladyship, Wilbur. I don't remember the other ones off the top of my head. Bullseye Barrett, Black Phillip. 6 new champions. And in my opinion, the biggest part of the update, at least for replayability, at least for higher level players, is overhauling the Infernal Flame system. The Infernal Flames now give more stuff, more interesting, and unlike the old Infernal Flames, they're all like different instead of just building on each other up until the Stygian. So they're all playable, and we're going to be playing all of them. Looking ahead, so this is their future roadmap. Obviously working towards hero origin skins, mod support, other quality of life, improve agency and dynamicism. So yeah, that's coming. They don't have any deeper details. So obviously Xbox, PS controller support, UI updates, well, that's all that. Alright, end round action behavior adjusted. So this isn't changing the actual game. It will just show in the portrait order, and they will also receive one of the action pips that goes below the enemy. So it just more information. More information is always good, so you can have the best decision making possible. Collector's been added. Gaunt Chirugeon, new mashes. Champions no longer spawn during wave 1 of lair encounters. That was pretty rare already. Increased rate of champions during wave 2, so that's very good. We want to see the new champions, right? It also makes the game more difficult, which is good. The game needs a difficulty spike just a bit. Champions have a small chance of appearing at Region 3 resistant counters in Confession 4 or above. Always have at least a small chance of appearing in the Sleuths in Confession 4 onwards. So we're probably just going to be playing Confession 4 and 5, mostly 4, because 5 is a bit long for me. Just so we can see the new champions for now. Eventually we'll go back to rotating, of course, but for now we're going to be playing Confession 4. Alright, Cultist, this is an interesting change. Worship is no longer a free action. That's a big nerf for the Cultists. Because, it used to be round 2, they get a free worship action, and they get another action, which will give them another worship. This greatly slows down. I'm not sure I like this. I think Cultists were fine. Like, you need to just be able to do damage, right? Like, you need to be better. Just be better. They did buff worship, it looks like. Altar Worship grants the target a random block, dodge, or strength. Cherub gives dodge on worship. Alright, I like this. This is pretty cool. Herald steals negative tokens. Worship no longer moves the Herald back one, so pulling Herald is still very good. Alright, this is good. Deacon Exaltation can now target rank 2. And then Exaltation damage increased for the Cardinal. That's good. Alright, Fanatics, a new champion. As you saw in the trailer, the new champion is the Whipper. Let's see, those now apply combo, even if not ignited. That's good. Burning Beads is now usable in rank 4 as well. So it can be... so there will be no more turn passing. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen that, but that was a thing. Fisher Folk. I believe I saw the Captain is the new champion. An upgraded Captain. Okay, I didn't know that was an issue. Leviathan, blah, blah, blah. Changes. The new champion is the Knight, if you guys saw the trailer. Fixed an issue where Deathblow resistance was higher than intended in some cases. Okay. I mean, Knight has the highest DBR in the game, I believe, right? Like, it's just stupid. Removed incomplete Pillager Mashes, sure. Alright, Plague Eaters. I think I saw it was... What is it? The Butcher is the new champion Plague Eater. Alright, Butcher's damage buff is lost immediately upon death of the Butcher. So this only affects, like, riposte stuff. I would guess. It's just a minor thing, minor change. New champions join the rank of the Swine. This is a new champion Skeever, so that's going to be fun for the whole family. Spitteros knockback reduced. Meh. Alright, sure. Just small changes. The Gaunt Chirugeon. Yeah, exclusively at its own location. Can now correctly spawn in low light conditions at Pillager Road barricades. Okay. Does that mean more Shamblers? I mean, we rarely run low light, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright, renamed Haymaker. The weak Haymaker, that's good. Alright, several new items have been added and can be found upon defeating the Collector or Chirurgeon. Yeah. I already said the heads are back. They're kind of interesting. I'm kind of meh on them. Appalling Aprons, Spiked Skullcap, Leeches, and Bonesaw. Those are the Chirurgeon items that were included in 1.0, even though the Chirurgeon was not in there. They are now only found at the Chirurgeon's table location as rewards. So no more finding these at like a hospital or whatever. This change is pretty cool. It obviously makes this location more unique. It also makes these items specifically easier to find. Like, you know, oh, I have a Warlock, a Cultist, I want the Appalling Apron. Let's beeline towards a Chirurgeon's table and see if we can pick it up, right? So, like, more unique nodes, I think, are great. More variety in the game is always welcome. Apron and Skullcap are now included by unlocked by default. That's really good. Apron's a pretty good... Sorry. Apron's a pretty good thing, right? So, yeah. Increased chance for Bounty Hunter to spawn with his unique trinkets. That's good. I don't really like spawning in with strong shackles on Bounty Hunter. Feels bad when you spend all those candles. Infernal Flames. Like I said, all the Infernal Flames are unique. We'll go over the Infernal Flames on my live stream and also probably in my review of the patch, if we do such a thing. I haven't decided yet. So yeah, these are way, way better. And for me specifically, I'm going to move from random party, random hero paths to random party, random flames. Because all the Infernal Flames are unique. They have, you know, they completely change a run. Unlike the old ones, which are just like, you know, give you a debuff. And then the next version is give you a stronger debuff. Like, the flames are much more interesting. They buffed Death Heads trinkets. These were garbage. On entering Death Door, you get stuff. They're still bad. Like, trinkets like these that interact with, like, Death's Door and stuff, they're just bad. You don't want to be on Death's Door. You're not on Death's Door often at all. And if you are, you're playing badly. Like, you just want trinkets that do something all the time, or at least have higher impact than these. So anyways, it's good that they're buffed, but I'm still never equipping this garbage over like a real trinket. Chirurgeon's Directory gives scouting. That's another scouting trinket, so that helps buff the Shrieker's Chick. Rename the Chirurgeon's Table to Operating Table. Alright, this is a huge change. All pets are now available at the Valley Inn. No more of this nonsense, 3 random pets. This will make it way more interesting to actually do builds, because you can set up, say, for instance, a dance team at the crossroads, knowing that you can pick up the croc. You can go into the inn, and if you get, if you get icebox and barrels, then you can be like, oh yeah, I want to pick a rabbit, instead of praying that you get both the items you need, like the stagecoach items, and the pet that you want. So this will also expose some of the weaker pets, obviously, that will, not be chosen very often. And a lot of people said, they're like, oh yeah, but what if you can always choose the pet you want, right? You're going to pick the same ones. Like, this just forces rebalances, right? But I think you'll definitely see, I think this will actually increase pet variety, since you can actually do a build you want. They changed the flame, how the flame affects enemies. And obviously it affects based on the act you do. It used to be seven ranges, now it is 5. Updated. So this is just for denial. 76 to 100, 51 to 75, 26 to 50, 1 to 25, and 0. So a little easier to balance this around. In the higher difficulties, I believe enemies actually get speed. Obviously this is kind of, this is just denial, so you don't really get much debuffs. Lots of fixes, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, those are the patch notes. This is honestly an insane update, I think. For me, at least. I don't know if it'll bring back a lot of players, because like I said, these enemies are semi-rare. The champions, I don't think the champions matter much at all, in my opinion. Having played this update a little bit in the testing phase. The collector, though, is a huge change to the game. My strategy is always early trophies. So this sort of makes the later parts of the run scale a bit more. When you pick up a trophy, now I have to think about, oh, am I going to get collected? And this also makes me think about, one problem is it does, you need rank 4 damage now, because of the way the collector works, right? So this does, there's definitely going to be changes to the hero balancing. Rank 4 damage was already really good, and now it's even better. It hurts a lot of team comps, especially, we're going to be hurt with a lot of random comps, given we have to focus primarily on rank 4 damage. So there's going to be a lot of interesting things. The flames, in my opinion, like I said, the Chirurgeon's good. Unique location, unique rewards. It makes it easier to plan runs, like I said. You're like, oh, I want a certain Chirurgeon item. You go to the Chirurgeon. Obviously, you're not guaranteed that item, but, it's something you can work towards. It's a goal you can work towards. Gives you more control over a run. And like I said, the Infernal Flames are going to add a lot of replayability for me, and also a lot of the top content creators. Hopefully we'll come back to the game and enjoy. Obviously for casuals, I wouldn't say there's a ton to come back to. You know, it's not a new hero. And obviously, I really want mod support so we can start getting the ball rolling on that. I know there are mods out right now, but I really want, you know, that Steam Workshop support. I think I'm waiting for before I start dipping my toe into modding. Anyway, those are the patch notes. I'm going to be, you know, live most of this weekend. Still going to have my daily runs of this game. Still going to be doing cool stuff. We're obviously just going to be grinding out this update, doing Infernal Flames. And thank you all for watching. And I will see y'all later.